The Saints take the field. You're at Nosey Road. And our favourites, the Saints, are being led out by matchday mascot Cheryl Doodson. 9 years of age, this young lady, just come out with her favourite player, Bobby Golding. He's everybody's favourite, he's Golding, isn't he? Well, every St Helens spectator anyway. Cheryl's 9 years of age. She attends Rivington County Primary School. Her hobbies include swimming, going to the Brownies, watching the Saints, and as I said before, her favourite player is Bobby Golding. She's out there with Bobby, and she'll relish this, won't she? The St Helens team for this afternoon, I'll just run through them for you now. A couple of changes in the lineup. Well, we've got Steve Prescott at fullback. Joey Hayes, Carl Hammond, Paul Loughlin and Anthony Sullivan are the three quarters. The mercurial half-back pairing of Phil Waring and Bobby Golding retained their respective positions. Ian Pickavance, Kieran Cunningham and Bernard Dwyer in the front row. Chris Joynt, Sonny Nicol, Dean Busby the back three, and on the bench we've got Danny Arnold, Andy Northey, Apollo Perolini and Via Matautia. 16 and 17, two Western Samoans, and that'll be some power, won't it, when they're introduced into this game, and no doubt they will be. The Castleford side for this afternoon's clash. Jason Flowers at fullback, Chris Smith, Jamie Coventry, Adrian Flynn and Tony Marchant to the three quarters. Graham Steadman and Gareth Stevens, and they're two mercurial half-backs, aren't they, as well? Lee Crooks, Colin Maskill and Dean Sampson are in the front row. Andy Schick, Brendan Tutor and Tawera Nikau. So two New Zealanders there, Tutor and Nikau. They'll take some pulling down, won't they? Two lively competitors. On the bench, Castleford have Simon Price, Lee Harland, Ian Smales and Nathan Sykes. So centre field there. Bobby Golding coming up with this afternoon's matchday mascot, Cheryl Doodson. Lee Crooks, the Castleford captain, they both shake hands there. Bernard Platt, your Saints photographer, at the centre spot to take the picture for the scrapbook. Young Castleford mascot there as well. So a big day for these mascots. Should be a good game this afternoon. Castleford went down midweek to the biggest defeat of the season, 40 points to 8 at Wigan, and that doesn't surprise you, does it? Saints also felt the backlash of the old Wigan machine. Saints' biggest defeat, 52 points to 20. Here at Nosey Road by the Pie Eaters, a formidable outfit. They're at Bradford today, and you never know. Worse things could happen, couldn't they? Anyway, there's the matchday mascot there, St Helens matchday mascot, Cheryl Doodson, 9 years of age, going down to the tunnel to be met by Steve Brown out of the promotions, and she'll take a position to watch the game now. Saints with 128 points in the last two games, conceding 42. Let's hope the show is back on the road. Good win midweek against Sheffield, 62 points to 20. And as I just said, Castleford going down, 40 points to 8 against the Pie Eaters. Loughlin taking up the ball, the sun comes out. Castleford have conceded more than they've scored this season. And they're used to be classed as high-speed Cass. And also against the Saints. Two exciting teams, but Saints are spreading it quickly. Chris Joynt. Brendan Tutor quickly in there. Golding puts it downfield. Will it find touch? It rolls in. 15 metres from the Castleford line. Golding the first man up there. Be a scrum down. Be Cass head and feed. Anthony Sullivan back in the starting lineup. Carl Hammond taking his place in the three quarters with the injury to Scott Gibbs. Matautia and Perolini on the bench. So there's some firepower there, isn't there? Both took slight knocks midweek. Tony Marchant there, looks like midfield. And Cass have the possession. Good strong running, Brendan Tutor. The baby-faced assassin, just signed by Cass from Featherstone. Tawera Nikau, back after a stint in Australia. Linked with Saints at one spell. Mind you, everybody that's on the market's linked with Saints, aren't they? Anthony Sullivan. Looking hungry this season in the Stones Bitter centenary season. Well, a highish tackle there by Chris Smith as Loughlin came through. He's only about 6'4", Loughlin, isn't he? And Smith there is about 5 foot odd. The referee, Robert Connolly, I beg your pardon, lets it go. Chris Joint runs out wide. He's looking for support. Sullivan was on the outside. Unfortunately, as he turned back inside, nobody was there. Crooks doing the tackling, along with the hooker, Colin Maskill. Ian Pickavance. Surprise Pickavance. He started after midweek. He limped off after about 7 minutes. Golding going what looked like for a drop goal. Full marks for effort. But Castle restart from the centre of the 20. 2.5 minutes gone, no score. Marchant. No, I beg your pardon, that's not Marchant. We was given Marchant at number 5. That certainly looks like Simon Middleton to me, but obviously duff information. Cass still with the possession. Nickow. Last tackle of the sequence. Cass going to kick it downfield. Steve Prescott turns it back inside to Anthony Sullivan. Chris Smith quickly up there. Joey Hayes ducks under the tackle. A buzz of excitement when Hayes gets the possession. Oh, Bobby Golding holds the ball to his head there. He knows he's just made an error as he was moving forward. Just one of them things. Saints would have capitalised on that if they could have just got the clean play. Smith. And Middleton, we think that is on the far side. We're just having it checked out. Castleford have the possession. 4.5 minutes gone. To Nickow. No mistake in him, is there? And Cass move it downfield into the Saints 20. Nickow again at dummy half. They move it centre field, they move it cross. Quick hands, Brendan Tutor. Knock forward. Yes, Marchant's at 3 and Simon Middleton is at 5. Saints have the possession. Golding to Dean Busby. Centre field, takes it up. Crooks is there to meet him. Cunningham, Bernard Dwyer. Dwyer takes it to within 5 of the halfway. Cunningham moves it to the blind side. Ian Pickavance again. Releases it to Sonny Nicholl back after a 3-match suspension. Nicholl turns it inside. The Saints are rampant. They're in the Castleford 20. They're throwing the ball out. And that's what we want from the Saints. Golding along the line. Whirring. Chris Joint. Prescott in the line. To Loughlin. Good tackle there by Marchant. Well, the forward pass given as the ball was moved along the line. Referee Robert Connolly picking that out. Certainly didn't look anything from here, but oh, I beg your pardon. I thought he'd given a forward pass. He's obviously given offside. That's a strange decision, and both myself and your cameraman today, David, thought that Robert Connolly had given a forward pass. But Saints moved it quickly. It went through quite a few pair of hands. So there we go. Pick the bones out of that. We'll have to have a look at that again and see what we can come up with on the video. But the decision there favouring the Saints. Bobby Golding looking to opened the Saints account and opened the scoring in this afternoon's game. 38 goals for the season. Favourable position. Been bang on form this season. And he carries on, doesn't he? 6 minutes gone. Golding opens the scoring with a penalty goal. Puts the Saints in the lead at 2-0. Stedman at standoff. Ex-Great Britain back, then at the full back position, standoff position. The ball now with Loughlin. Playing well is Paul Loughlin. Dean Sampson, one of the first tacklers in, out with Prescott. Good display by Cass, they press up. Andy Schick was quickly in there, now it's with Sonny Nicol. As Castleford break exceedingly quickly. Sampson in on the far side again, got through a good lot of tackling in these early minutes. Well taken by Bobby Golding, sees the gap, he drives upfield, but Golding goes back centre, the support there. He's actually lost control of the ball. He took the Castleford defence on there. There was a horde of Saints backing up players coming in, but unfortunately just lost control of the ball, short of the Castleford 20. He was bossing the job on Wednesday night against the Sheffield Eagles, and in this first 8 minutes he certainly looks as though he's doing that this afternoon. Steve Prescott and Phil Waring quickly in. Cass spread it to the right. Joynton Busby. Stedman, well taken, Busby in again. Saints look hungry this afternoon, they're quick off the mark. Only an emphatic win this afternoon will keep them in good stead. We go to Wilderspool on Wednesday, and the Wire got beat last Friday, didn't they, against Workington at Wilderspool. So that obviously boosts the Saints. Good running, Andy Schick takes it downfield to where a Nick Howard dummy half. He turns it back inside to Maskill. Maskill moves it right. Crooks, Tony Marchant dabs it downfield. Well, it's got in touch, I feel. It's gone touch dead anyway now. I thought it had actually touched the whitewash here, but it's a drop out from between the Saint sticks. Anthony Sullivan must have got the final boot to the ball. But a well-weighted kick there. Down for this bottom right-hand corner. Chris Smith was chasing it. Sullivan finally got his boot to the ball. Graham Stedman fluffed it. Gives it to Chris Smith. And Cass are back in the possession. Brendan Tutor feeds it to Maskill. Maskill turns it inside to Jason Flowers. Good handling by the men from Weldon Road. Tawera Nicow driving for the line. He's looking for support. Marchant is there. Oh, that's a super tackle by Nicol. My word, Gareth Stevens and know he'd been tackled as Nicol pulls off a try-saver. And another charge down there by Carl Hammond. As Castleford were moving the ball. Sonny Nicol back in the fold, as I said, after a 3-match suspension. He came in there, he clattered Stevens, he didn't half bounce him to the ground, but Castleford moved it to the left, and Hammond knocked it down. Here's Cass with another set of 6, it's Stedman. The cover defence. Hold out. Cass moving right. Stevens again, on to Nicow. He straightens up. He has to be taken round the top. The Saints have him round the legs, but he's got to be clamped round the top as well. Stevens. Oh, it looks as though a little bit of an obstruction there by Stevens. A Schick moved in, but it's Maskill. Sampson, back to Maskill. Maskill chips it through. It's come back to Castleford. The tackle counts waved clean. Well, there's no way the Saints player played at that. It was actually played onto him. The referee doesn't see it that way. Oh, super tackle again, as Adrian Flynn tries to power through. Saints have an injured player. Now we've got Tutor. Tutor in possession. The defence has been paramount. Stevens along to Schick. Oh, Schick's through. He's well taken. Prescott was there, but Joint did the tackling. Chawara from the acting half-back position. And what a defensive display by the Saints. Must be 18 tackles they've more or less weathered on their own line. Steadman trying to draw the defence in. The ball still kept alive. Marchant throwing it out to the well. Throwing it out. Middleton has it now. Last one of the sequence. And Castleford still have it. Sampson. He tries to release it. Cass still keep it going. Nicow dribbles it for the corner. Sullivan couldn't take it. Marchant has it. Oh, he'll be held. He'll be held. Well, he's not got it down. It's no try. He's bounced it. Obviously the idea was right. Marchant went for it. Maybe he was caught in two minds whether to be held up over the line, in which the scrum down would have been formed, and Castleford would have got back possession. But the Saints defence there, well, that's a high tackle by Crooks, isn't it, on Bernard Dwyer. But the Saints defensive mechanism there was in autopilot, wasn't it? A great defensive display. 18 tackles at least held out by the Saints. And they end up with a penalty there for a high tackle on Bernard Dwyer by Lee Crooks. Pickavance drives it forward. 13 minutes of non-stop action have already elapsed. Saints in the lead by 2 points to 0. Waring gives the side to, gives a lovely ball there to Carl Hammond. 10 metres short. Hammond's lost possession. Castleford come up with it, and they run crossfield, immediately met by a barrage of Saints tacklers led by Waring and Joint. Sampson, he releases it to Stevens. Certainly seesaw, end-to-end stuff. Crooks out on the far side. Cass still have the possession. The defence tried to be drawn in, but Flynn comes through. Steadman a dummy half, and that was a forward pass there. Taken by Tutor, chipped through by Tutor. He's got support on the outside, it's over the top, but Prescott comes in. Oh, super tackle. Prescott and Sullivan cover up. Has the forward pass been given? Pity the referee didn't pick it up just a little bit earlier, but he's given the forward pass and the scrum down with the Saints feed. And Robert Connolly there up with the action. Missed the forward pass earlier. Golding feeds, but good cover defence. And if that's the shape of things to come, Sullivan through. Can Sullivan outpace Smith? He's going for the corner. He pins his ears back. Oh, magnificent! Superb! The applause dies down, and Sullivan in for his 6th of the season. And that coming from a scrum, right from the base of the scrum, in the Saints 20. Castleford were pressing. They had a forward pass awarded against them, and rightly so. The referee missed one only a second or so earlier. From the resulting scrum, Golding took it out up the back of the scrum, fed it inside. Sullivan had come inside, side through the Castleford defence, and a diagonal run to the top corner and touchdown 10 metres to the right of the sticks. Superb effort from Sullivan, who has been out from the last couple of matches injured, but he pinned his ears back, he went for it, and his 6th try of the season puts the Saints into a 6 points to 0 lead. Stevie Prescott taking over the kicking duties. Bobby Goulding just receiving treatment. There was a doubt whether Bobby would be playing. I think he has a slight knee injury. But Prescott slots it there between the uprights. 6 points to the Saints, and that makes the total 8 now. 8 points to 0. Prescott's 4th goal of the season. He converts that Sullivan try. He looks sharp, Sullivan, this season, and why not indeed? Saints with about 4 in the top 10 of the try scorers. The Fire's at the top there with about 8, and then you get Saints following with 6. We've now got Sullivan on 6. Joey Hayes, he's Sullivan on 6, yes. Joey Hayes got 5. Matauti has got 6. Castleford kick-off. Loughlin gets possession, and all the Saints substitutes are warming up just in front of us on the popular side. Dwyer, head down, charges in. Steadman was one of the tacklers, along with Nick Howe, and Nick Howe heavily involved again. You can't fault this fella Nick Howe for quality of defence. Well, the ball, was it reaped out? There it was. The referee in a splendid position right in front of Ian Pickavant as he came through. The ball being reaped out. A penalty to Saints. And Carl Hammond being used. And touch found 10 metres inside the Castleford half. The referee not happy. Obviously, 2 rugby balls on the pitch. He's okay now. Dwyer takes it up. Cunningham attacked in half. Saints move it left. Pickavant's running through from deep. And this deep running will punch holes in the Castleford defence, we hope. Goulding running the angles again, drawing the defence in, slips it to Hammond. Hammond turns back. Then clattered in the 20, in the Castleford 20. Along the line now. Saints move it. Chris Joint breaks the line of defence. 15 metres from the Castleford line. Saints leading by 8 points to 0. It's now with Dwyer. He turns it to Busby. Busby goes on his own. He's held down a metre short. It's the last tackle of the sequence. Cunningham at dummy half. Goulding's just infield. Goulding chips it through. Favourable bounce into the hands of Andy Schick. He's immediately clattered by Sonny Nicol. And Cass move it again to the left. Flynn. Middleton on his outside, and Middleton steps up attacked in half. Apollo Perolini going to be introduced now. And it's Bernard Dwyer that's going to be replaced. But Cass have the possession. Forward pass asked for, and another one there that certainly looked forward. But Nick Howe tidies it up. Now with Graham Steadman. Sonny Nicol in there. Along with Bobby Goulding, who certainly looks as though he's carrying a leg there. Loose play by Cass. Flynn chips it through. And Saints should regather this possession. Steve Prescott comes away, and Prescott builds up the head of steam. 15 metres further forward. Hayes again sets the crowd alight. Cunningham. Loads of youngsters coming through in the Saints ranks, and they're doing the business, aren't they? And obviously this run in the first team will breed confidence for them, and it can't do them any harm at all. Pickavant's attacked in half. Bernard Dwyer's been replaced. Waring tidies it up. Saints break through. It's Carl Hammond. Hammond chips it. Hammond will win the chase. Oh, he doesn't. Just taken from his fingertip. Very unlucky there, but brilliant work from this ex-Widnesian. Chipped it through there to beat the Castleford defence, and good cover work there as the ball was kicked deep into the Eddington to save Castleford's blushes. Last season Castleford finished 3rd in the league, Saints finished 4th, just 1 point separating them. They're always up and about there, but it's still the old men from Central Park that's got to be dethroned. As Busby takes it up within 30 metres of the line. Little bit of late tackling there, and Perolini into the 20. Saints line out, the ball will be moved to the left. Pickavant's running through again, just losing his footing, but the ball's released. Perolini drives it. Perolini, he scored! Oh, he's in! The referee looks to his touch judges left and right, and then he points to the spot. Perolini's only been on the field for 2 minutes. He's over for the Saints' second try. So Prescott again. Slots it between the sticks. Another 6 points to the Saints. 14 points to 0 now. Super work with Pickavant again, heavily involved. Perolini looking sharp this season. When he came last season, the end of not the end of last season, the end of the season before, but settling in last season. A firm favourite with the Saints faithful, and along with his fellow countryman Via Matautia, he's making a big impression in the world of rugby league here at St Helens this season. So Perolini in. It's Apollo's 4th of the season. As Sonny Nickel takes it up the blind side, moves it over to the main stand side. Good driving. He'll be hungry. Back in first team action, as I said, Sonny. Popular figure here at St Helens. Along the line, Golding. Taken by Pickavant. Took it well, turned in the tackle, looking to release. Marchant in and Sampson there. Chris Joint runs out wide, and runs out wide well, doesn't he? Well, that's the turnover. Didn't see the referee's hand go up. Marchant taken down by Pickavant and Joint. Maskill at dummy half. Turns it inside to Crooks. About 30 years of age, Crooks. He's been around for some years. He was an international about 17 or 18. Been to a few clubs. Started with Hull, Leeds, Castleford. Always gives 100%. Pull back there, Flowers linking into the line. Juggled with it. Got control of it. Nick Howe coming on to the end of what the popular side faithful consider a forward pass. The referee didn't. Steadman chips it. Taken by Cunningham, and Cunningham just beat the first line of attack. Couldn't get past the second. And Hayes comes away with it, gains valuable yardage. Saints will spread it now. Perolini, he'll settle it down just to the hard yards, drives it forward. Flynn brings him to grass. And Saints spread it again. Referee Conley urging Castleford to get back onside. As Joint puts it up centre field. Nick Howe brings him to a halt. Saints now on the last tackle as Golding puts it low over to Chris Smith's wing. Stops it with his chest. Pushes off Waring's tackle, and Smith takes it centre field. Busby comes in, stops him, and Apollo completes the job. But Saints being penalised for offside. The ball had moved over from the popular side to the main stand side. Often a decision that sometimes mystifies me. No doubt it mystifies you as well. After you've gone about 2 or 3 tackles and then the referee decides that you're offside. Maskill to restart just outside the Saints 20. Sampson. Busby brings him down. Castleford spreading it. Crooks. And Saints allowing Castleford to run to them. The line is solid. It's now with Steadman. He changes the point of attack. Stevens. Nick Howe. Ball's loose. Tidied up by Stevens. Evades the clutches of Joey Hayes. Comes crossfield. He spreads it out. Castleford are keeping it going. Tackle count. Wave clean. Sampson. Taken by Pickavant. Cunningham in there as well. just a metre short. The Castleford Tigers looking for the first points. Tutor turns it back. Well, he's knocked it forward as Maskell. That's a knock on. The referee, surely he's not let play go. Yes, the knock on indicated as Sonny Nicol went chasing for the ball. There'll be a scrum down. Saints head and feed. 14 points to 0. 27 minutes gone on the clock. And Saints certainly looking full value. Golding out to Waring. Scored 4 tries in 2 games. Phil Waring playing out of his skin. Now it's Busby. Saints move it left. Chris Joint runs hard at the opposition. Taken down by Tutor and Marchant. Now it's Pickervance. Bounces off the first line of attack. Or first line of defence, I should say. Cunningham breaks away quickly. Support from Loughlin. Out to Sullivan. Sullivan comes in field. Support from Joint. Oh, that's class, isn't it? And Joint likes that, doesn't he? Class rugby. Instigated by Pickervance. Then he fed it to Cunningham, and Cunningham was away for Slates. He turned the Castleford defence inside out. Slipped it out to Loughlin in support. Out to Sullivan. Well, Joint was involved as well, yes. And then out to Loughlin, then to Sullivan. He turned it back inside, and Joint finished off behind the sticks. Superb effort. Another 6 points to the Saints, because Prescott won't make any mistake with his kick right in front of the sticks. The crowd erupts. Well, the Saints crowd do anyway. The old Castleford lot will be a bit quiet, won't they? Trailing by 20 points to 0. Saints' third try. 3 goals from Prescott, 1 from Golding. But Golding, maybe he's carrying a little niggly injury, and obviously he doesn't want it aggravated. Maybe it's slight groin strain. Doesn't want it aggravated by the added kicking duties. 11 minutes of the first half remaining, and Castleford feeling the full force. And to be quite honest, on paper it's all right me chirping now at 20 points up. We have obviously failed after being in the lead by 20 points on a few occasions. But Saints look hungry, and on paper, especially after Castleford being stuffed out of sight midweek by Wigan, Saints should be able to rub the salt in the wound this afternoon, shouldn't they? Sonny Nicol loses possession. Was the ball reaped out? The referee looking at the touch judge on the far side, he said everything is okay. Castleford come up with possession. Middleton has it. They miss Crooks out. They give it Andy Schick. Flowers up in the line, but it's Maskell that takes the acting half-back position. Stevens, Steadman, he straightens it. Crooks on to Stevens. Oh, well taken down there. Super tackle by Busby. Steadman again puts a tester up. Phil Waring's under it. Phil Waring can't take it. The ball going to go into touch. Well, the referee going as if he's giving an indication knock on each way. Well, there was only one knock on there, and that went against the Saints. So correct decision there. Stevens will feed the scrum. Inside to Steadman. Sharp ball, which was a yard forward there. Onto Chris Smith. Well, Castleford certainly getting the rub of the green, even though they're trailing by 20 points to 0. Well, Nick Howe made a complete hash of it. He was going to play it to himself, which would have resulted in a penalty. Then he fumbled it. Didn't play it correctly. His decision there, and the penalty going to the Saints. And that's a correct decision. Hammond, he finds touch on the main stand side. 10 metres short of the halfway line. 32 minutes of the first half gone. Saints handsomely in the lead by 20 points to 0. But we've got to keep going, we've got to keep pounding and amassing the tries and entertaining the crowd. That's what we're here for. Golding changing the point of attack. Not the best of passes to Sonny Nicol, tidied up by Stevens. Marchant has it, and Marchant, the veteran campaigner, comes in field. With Cass for years, then at Bradford, back with Cass now. Crooks, well, a forward pass again. Clearly visible from our vantage point. Maybe not on your camera shots, but from me here. And Castleford certainly getting away with it. Sampson. Masculine dummy half. Midfield, Stedman running the angles, varying the play, brings in Andy Schick. Brought down 20 metres short of the Saints line, the last one of the sequence. Nickau kicks it through, Nickau dribbles it again. Is he in for the try? Well, he certainly is, I think. Good bit of play there by Nickau. Little bit of individualism. He took it well. Saints gave him plenty of space. Tawera Nickau, back from his spell in Australia. Chipped it through there. Handsome win here last season. Bison Tellings over Castleford, 47 points to 14. Unfortunately, we lost out at Weldon Road just by 2 points. 18-16 we went down. Crooks composing himself. Good pressure kicker is Crooks. For all his clubs and Great Britain as well. 20 metres in. And he slots it right between the uprights. No problems with that. And 6 minutes of the first half remaining. Andy Northey being introduced now in place of Bobby Golding. It's obviously precautionary measure as Bobby Golding is being replaced by Andy Northey. Reshuffle in the Saints ranks, but that shouldn't cause too much problem. Golding's been doing the job, running the show. I'm sure the lads there will get stuck in. Nickau, the try scorer. Loses possession. Joey Hayes quickly snaps it up. Middleton completes the tackle. Waring. Pickavance. Taken by Stedman. Brushes Stedman off. Middleton's there as well, but he gets the ball away to Cunningham. Chris Joint. Joint breaks through. Oh, Laughlin's there. Laughlin in. Super try. In for his fourth of the season. Good work there again by Pickavance centre field. Then the ball moved left to Chris Joint. Joint created the gap. He made the bust. Saints' fourth try extends the lead to 24 points to 6. Looking sharp this afternoon is Chris Joint. Laughlin there as well, well in support. And Prescott tees it up, bullet fashion. Looking for his fourth of the afternoon. 3 minutes to the interval. No, that won't curl in. Waved away by the touch judges. 24-6, the score remains. Prescott ambles back to the full-back position. Castleford will restart. Always nice to score tries. 20 points to 6, Saints were in the lead, but a try there 3 minutes before the interval. And Stedman to get the game going again. Hammond takes it. Laughlin brings it centre field up to the 20. Cunningham, Dean Busby. Three-man Castleford tackling, but John Joyner, the Castleford coach, going to have his work cut out, isn't he? Perolini powers upfield. Solid display by Castleford in the tackling department, 3 and 4, but Saints are certainly breaking the defence with monotonous regularity. Prescott sidesteps through, beats the defence again. Hammond was infield, he just couldn't release it. It's the last tackle of the sequence now. Hammond chips it upfield for Sullivan to chase as Hammond was clattered. And Jason Flowers lets it run dead. Good work there on the blind side, on the last tackle by the Saints. Hammond knew what he was doing. Superb in footballer is Hammond. Kicked it right up this popular side touchline, but just a little bit too much beef on it. And it run dead. From Nick Howe in possession as Castleford restarted from the 20-metre line. A minute to the interval. Crooks up to the halfway. Down with Stevens. Well clattered by Joyce. Superb chest tackle. Man and ball and bounced him to the earth. Sampson and Pickerman shoulder to shoulder. Pickerman's again. 2 tackles on the trot. Now it's with Tutor. He's taken down by Cunningham. Last one of the sequence for Cass. Schick puts it high. Prescott's there. Prescott evades Schick. And Prescott builds up. Sampson in at the second man. Maskill did the initial tackling. Sullivan. Pirouette turned round, looking for space. Looking for another 80-odd yarder then, wasn't he? Joey Hayes. There's the half-time hooter, 5 seconds of actual added time. And the Saints spectators are happy with what they've seen in the opening 40 minutes. Tries from Sullivan, Perolini, Joint and Loughlin. 1 goal from Golding, 3 from Steve Prescott. Saints 24, Castleford 6, their only score coming from Tuwera Nickhow 7 minutes before the interval. A lovely bit of individual play, grubbing it through, got the favourable bounce and scored. So half-time here at Nosey Road, St Helens 24, Castleford 6.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, the tune that Carol Decker has won half-time here from McMillan Nurses, who specialise in cancer patients, and I'll give you a little more details about that right after Mac and the half-time draw. Here we are at the former Atlantic star who will play his first league debut and has scored, I believe, 3 tries so far, Andy. Oh, look at that. What's it like for the first team?
Well, Saints just coming out from under the main stand. Castleford just on the pitch. Have a couple of mentions before we get into the second half. Get well soon to Ernie Parry. Ernie's a regular video watcher. He's in Worcester Hospital at present. Get well soon, Ernie. From your wife, Alice. She's the general dog's body round here, one of the dog's bodies, I should say, at the club. Your daughter, Catherine. Also, get well soon wishes from 2 Johns, Sue and Declan, and all on the Micron video. So that's Ernie Parry in Worcester Hospital at present. Also have a mention for 2 visitors to today's game, over here from South Africa. They live in East London in South Africa. It's Michael Cowan and Tony Hammond. Mike was born in St Helens, Tony was born in Sunderland. They're here, Mike and Tony are here with Peter Vos, who's brought them here today to watch a proper game. And I'm sure they're excited with what they've seen this afternoon. So Michael Cowan and Tony Hammond. Also a mention about Peter Vos. Peter and his brother Bill, the dad, and their mate Mike are always here. Usually on the, well, they used to be on the main stand side in the paddock, but they're over here beneath us today. We're away for the second half. Castleford have the possession. Nick Howe turned it inside. Good break there from Chris Smith. Sampson. Well taken down, well wrestled to the ground. Castleford have the possession, trailing by 24 points to 6. They're moving it left. Stedman. And he puts a tester up, but that's nowhere near, is it? It's gone back. He can't even regather it. Busby can. Strong running again, needless to say. Joey Hayes. Pick of Vance. Takes the tattle of Nick Howe. Sampson in there as well, but now it's Perolini. Perolini drives it downfield, penetrates the Castleford half. Maskill's down injured. Cunningham from acting half-back scampers away. 12 metres further forward and some enthusiastic tackling from Nick Howe. Waring puts it up high. Bounces off Steve Prescott's chest and comes to Castleford. They would have got possession from the turnover if Saints had taken it cleanly, but now they have the possession. Chris Smith, crossfield, taken down by Busby, plays it. Castleford keep the momentum rolling. Big hit by Perolini. That's what he's renowned for, big hitting on Schick. Crooks. Northy and Busby. And Cass moving it right. Nick Howe turns it back in field. Support there from Flowers. Up to the 20, last one of the sequence. Moving it blindside, it's Stedman. Nick Howe again. Nick Howe chips it for the corner. Prescott makes sure, chips it dead. 24-6 the half-time score, 2 minutes into the second half. No further addition. Also, don't forget your centenary video. As you know, it's the Rugby League centenary now. £14.99 it is, plus £1.50 postage and packing from Micron Video Wigan. 1 hour and 40 minutes of great rugby throughout the years. Lots of old footage. Very pleasurable to watch. Don't forget, £14.99 your centenary video. Castleford keep it moving. Sampson, he releases it to Marchant. The Saints tackling comes in quickly. Castleford have possession. They're just outside the Saint 20-metre area. Stevens. Stedman draws in Flynn. Still 20 metres out. Lofted pass taken by Middleton. No way through for him there. Andy Northy in with the shoulder. Stevens, forward pass there to Flynn. It certainly looked from our angle. The last one now of the sequence. Stevens looking to put the bomb up, but Castleford bring it blindside. Stedman chips it for the corner. Quickly down on the ball there was Dean Busby. And the ball's released as Joey Hayes taking a knock. And he gets up now, but he took a big knock there, did Joey Hayes. And Castleford want to make a substitution. Andrew Schick being replaced by Lee Harland. The substitution being allowed now, 4 minutes into the second half. Joey Hayes took a big knock there, lost possession. The referee didn't allow play to go on. Ordered the scrum down. Cass came up with it. Marchant has it. Loughlin grips him. Big hit there as Cass still pressing. Well, was the ball knocked forward? The referee's looking, but Castleford keep it going. Crooks turns it back inside. Stedman heading for the sticks. He's forced back 5 metres. Cunningham, super tackle from the Welsh international. Nick Howe moves it to the right, slips the ball up. That's good handling by Nick Howe, but it's loose. It's going to be a knock forward by Castleford, surely. Well, the referee's given an obstruction try. Well, I don't agree with that. Obstruction tries given. But the obstruction try given, and Lee Crooks will convert it from right in front of the sticks. Obviously a hush over the St Helens contingent, and not surprising. We'll have to have a look at that again on the video and see what we can conclude from it. But 12 points now to Castleford with that obstruction try and the Crooks goal. So 24 points to 12 after 7 minutes of the second half. Steadman. A controversial decision there by Robert Connolly, and certainly a lot of his decisions have left us to form our own opinion this afternoon. Crooks attracts three St Helens players. It's Perolini that wrestles him to the ground. Stevens onto Nickow, taken by Pickavance. Perolini in there again. Haaland on. He was the sole try scorer midweek, was Haaland. Sullivan, the ball sits up for him. Manages to keep in the field of play. Plays it quickly. Steve Prescott now, trying to clear the line. Prescott, he straightens up well. Nickow there. That's a big hit on Prescott, and that should warrant an early bath. Well, the referee just pointed away, but that was a vicious attack on Steve Prescott. And the referee didn't see it that way, just given the penalty. He's telling him now to keep it down. Well, high tackling there. Sonny Nickel always attracts a lot of attention. And he's got a side headlock there, Adrian Flynn on Sonny Nickel. But Perolini, the game just warming up now. The popular side faithful erupt. The Saints have possession. Pickavance takes it crossfield. He straightens up. He drives again. Stevens and Haaland manage to bring him down, but the big man gains 20 metres. Hold it down at the tackle. Saints have the penalty. Haaland slowly up to his feet as Pickavance there did a shed full of spade work. Hammond finds touch, 10 metres short of the Castleford 20. Conningham will restart. Saints now taking the ball up. Sampson, one of the tacklers, in with Marchant. Perolini. Just short of the 20. Castleford urged to get back onside. Waring running the angles. Waring cut out ball to Loughlin. Took it well, backed into the defence. Chris Joint changing the point of attack. Joint was for the line again. 8 metres short. Castleford forced to line up on their own try line. Hammond it is. Back to Prescott. Looking for the slight chink in the Castleford armour. Will Saints go for the one-pointer? Hammond, there he is. He's going for it. Right between the sticks. Good work from Carl Hammond. His first drop goal of the season extends the lead, the Saints lead to 25 points to 10. Made his debut on Wednesday evening, scored a try, and now popped to one-pointer over. Saints were putting Cass under pressure, and you've got to come away with points if you can. Still in a commanding lead, 25-12. But obviously 2 converted tries plus another score. Castle would have to get that to take the lead. 11 minutes of the second half have gone. Anthony Sullivan trying to thread his way through. Blindside ploy again. Chris Joint running out wide. Breaks through the defence, wraps up at the second bite of the cherry. Cunningham scampers away. Support there. The Saints spread it. A reverse pass by Hammond to Pickervance didn't come off. After Waring had done some spade work over on the far side. Middleton. Adrian Flynn, taken by Perolini, superb tackle round the waist, taken by Northey, I beg your pardon. Superb tackle round the waist and slid down. Loughlin with a big hit on Marchant. Chris Smith, pirouettes, drives again, Cunningham wraps him up. Saints urge to get onside, as Castleford spread it left, Nichow there and Nickel. Finally wrestled to the ground, and that's what you've got to do, bang the man to the earth. We are in a high-speed, body contact, high collision sport. It's the last tackle of the sequence. The ball's chipped through. It just runs dead. Good anticipation there by Steve Prescott as Middleton was chasing up. Joey Hayes. Castleford certainly worked 10 metres there as Saints played the ball on the 20. Anthony Sullivan looking for that gap again. Flynn wraps him up. Nichow in there again. Cunningham, dummy half, Waring. Perolini comes in. Harland in at the tackle as Perolini's brought down just short of the halfway line. 25 points to 12. 13 minutes of the second half gone. Short ball to Joint. Joint hits the gap and Joint going for the corner. Just brought down short and slides into touch. Superb ball handling by the Saints as they moved it crossfield, and Joint, who's looked rampant this afternoon, came onto that ball at full steam, powered for the corner. Flowers came in to close him down and slid him into touch. Stevens with the head and feed. Steadman has possession. He's brought down. And Cass move it again. Marchant. Perolini and Nickel combine. And it's Perolini that crushes him. Sampson runs straight at Dean Busby. Stevens taken by Northey. Maskill has possession. Umpteen forward passes going unnoticed this afternoon. Nichow releases it to Marchant. Forward pass again to Stevens. On to Harland. He gives the dummy, but he's taken down. Superb tackle by Busby. Stevens again on the sixth and final one. Crooks puts it high under pressure. Prescott takes it cleanly in the in-goal area, and that will result in a restart from the 20. Joey Hayes in again, used a lot at the first receiver. Now it's with Northey. Cunningham brings it to the popular side. Perolini has the ball knocked out of his hands. It comes back to Cunningham. I think it's a knock on both ways there. Be a scrum down with a Castleford feed. The first knock on is indicated as the referee's pointing. Gives the feed to Castleford. We'll not argue with that one. Stevens. Steadman. Flynn. Flynn straightens up. Castle trailing 25 points to 12. 15 minutes of the second half have elapsed. Steadman saw the gap, went for it. It was closed quickly. Sampson pushes off the defence. 15 metres short. Castleford pressing. It's Crooks. Well, Crooks again, he's cabbaged the yard there. Well, he shouldn't have been allowed to get that forward. It looks as though he was marked, but the referee allowed play to go on. And Crooks bounced the ball. Saints restart quickly. Steve Prescott. Anthony Sullivan from the acting half-back position. Sullivan again, looking to break through on lax play, but the defence was back there. Now it's with Sonny Nicol. Flynn, the first man in, and Saints spread it once again. Pickerman straightens it up. Good prodding and probing. Cunningham again scoops it up. Space on the right as Cunningham goes through again. He still drives. He's 8 metres too short. Whirring on the sixth tackle. Too much beef on it, unfortunately. The idea was right. The angle just wasn't. Crook's going to be replaced. Nathan Sykes going to be introduced. And the substitution allowed to take place now, 57 minutes. Got on the clock, Crooks off, Nathan Sykes on, straight swap. Dean Sampson now in possession, Castleford 25-12 on the receiving end. Steadman there, good tackle by Nicol, round the chest, bounced him to the earth. Nicol juggled with it, gives it to Stevens. Now it's Flynn. Busby taps his outs. He releases it back to Nicol. Castleford keep the ball moving. It's Tutor on to Nathan Sykes, just come on as replacement for Crooks. Maskill wants to kick upfield. Chris Smith chasing it, he's onside. Steve Prescott just letting the ball go, and it's gone touching goal. Well, the touch judge on the far side saying that Prescott had knocked it touching goal. We thought he'd just let it go. Via Matatier going to be introduced for Ian Pickerman. So Via Matatier going to be introduced. As soon as there's a break in play, Middleton has possession for Castleford. Whirring, excellent tackle. Sampson, well, that's crossing. That certainly is. They made a right hash of that, didn't they, Castleford? Sampson and Harland, I think it was, the men just getting confused. A big cheer as Matautia comes on. Pickerman's replaced, and he's had a good game as Pickerman's. Obviously taking a knock there to the shoulder. Took an injury on Wednesday. I didn't think he'd have been playing, as I said earlier. Vila now, first touch. Attracts 3 Castleford players. 20 minutes of the game remaining. 25 points to 12. Saints in command. And there's Carl Hammond with support from Joint. Joint went on the left. Hammond moved over to the right. Whirring. Busby. Northey. Northey going for the line. Strong driving run. Cunningham from dummy half. Tries to stretch over. Still keeps in field. The Castleford defence hold out. Sonny Nicol juggles with it. Attracts the attention of Nicol. And that's the 6th tackle. Matautia quickly out of the blocks. Well, once again, and if you watch the video of Sheffield the other night, Matautia well lined up there, well onside, quick out of the blocks. But he was penalised on this occasion. Cass have the possession. Tutor taken by Joint. The tackle wasn't completed. It is now. Samson with Prescott to beat. Lost control of the ball. That's a forward pass. Steadman was it Steadman? It was Maskill, I beg your pardon, that was with him. And Samson there, well taken by Prescott. He put Samson off his stride. Lost possession of the ball. Scrum down, Saints feed. Whirring at the scrum half position with Bobby Golding going off. Probably as a precautionary measure. Joey Hayes ducks under the tackle, breaks out, he drives again, does Hayes, he puts the welly down and gains 30 metres of forward yardage. Cunningham inside to Northey takes the Castleford defence on, drives in with that big powerful chest, brought down 10 metres short, centre field. Saints need a score now. Whirring inside to Joyce, yes, lovely rugby, super rugby by the Saints, just what we wanted to score, and they come up with it. Prescott there, strikes it well. Prescott. 31 points to 12, just what the doctor ordered, that one. Castleford getting an obstruction try in the 5th minute. That pegged them back, brought them back within 12 of the Saints. A Hammond drop goal in the 10th minute made it 25 points to 12, and now Saints coming up with a joint try. Goal by Prescott makes it 31-12, and certainly eases the score out a little, doesn't it? Loughlin running from Busby now. He straightens up, backs into the defence, wanted to get up quickly and play it, forced down by Maskill, and he could spend 10 minutes in the sin bin. No, the referee allows play to go on, and Cunningham still driving. Oh, well, the man was tackled there, surely, before he had possession. Was Prescott, it's kicked through, it'll be another set of 6, as Matautia builds up a head of steam, brings it over here to the popular side. Joey Hayes again, eagle eye for the gappers. Hayes, come on you Saints, is the popular side faithfuls cry. Perolini to Nickel keeps it going, he drives again, does Nickel. He's 5 metres short, he's 2 metres short. Cunningham couldn't take it cleanly, the ball knocked forward. Cunningham unfortunately took his eye off it just as he was going to pass it out. He'd passed it before he'd actually got hold of it. But the pressure there by the Saints on the Castleford outfit. 31 points to 12 with 15 minutes remaining. Maskill very slow getting back into the scrum. They want to replace him, they want to bring Ian Smales on. The scrum has to be formed. Stevens turns it inside to Flynn. Flynn's taken down 10 metres away from his own line. Middleton tries to scamper away. Matautia slowed him down. Joint completed the tackle. Tutor turns it back anywhere, and as luck would have it, Stevens picks it up. Maskill attacked in half. Looks to have recovered, but the substitution still on the touchline. Matautia in on Nicow. Samson running strong, but equally tackled by Joint. Castleford keep the ball moving. Chris Smith, midway between the Saints 20 and the halfway, last one of the sequence. Stevens to Tutor, wasn't meant for him. A deflection there. Flynn comes up with possession. It's on to Marchant, it's going to be the turnover, surely. He can't wave the tackle count clean. Well, the man's waved it clean, and the ball was kicked at the Saints player. That's the second occasion in this match where Saints have been adjudged of striking at the ball. The tutor is going to be spoken to. We know he's a lively campaigner, his tutor. He's going to be spoken to by the referee. Obviously there was a little bit of jiggery-pokery going over there on the far side. Both players being spoken to. Something like, let's have a nice clean fight and break when I tell you to break and all that sort of stuff. But there'll be no love lost over there on the far side. Anthony Sullivan and Brendan Tudor and Castleford have the penalty. Smales brought on now. For Maskill. Castleford have the possession. The Saints defence tested again as Smales, another ex-Featherstone player. And the referee there right in front. Smales, he's going to be spoken to. So this should result in a penalty for the Saints this time. The clock stopped. Well, he's brought Chris Joint out as well. Well, what's the betting? What's the betting? Cass get another penalty. Well, they want the captain over. It's Nick Howe being brought over. Per many 8 from 10. Come up with a decision. 2-1 against. Then he gives the penalty to Cass. A lot of strong talking. Use of the elbow. Well, use of the elbow, Mr. Connolly. And I'm afraid he should be down the tunnel. He should be having the early bath, my friend. But Saints have been awarded the penalty. Phil Waring comes back with ball possession. Carl Hammond finds touch. And Sonny Nicol powers in. Smales there to greet him, along with Nathan Sykes. 31-12 the score. 10 minutes of the match remaining. The 2 points are in the bag. Dean Busby. Joint, Waring. Smales nails his man. Waring brought to earth. And Saints move it left. Carl Hammond. Lofted ball for Loughlin. Oh, lovely ball from Hammond to Loughlin. Sullivan's on his outside. He gives it to Sullivan. Can Sullivan round his man or turns it inside? That superb try by Hammond. In for his second of the season. His second in 2 games and his second in a Saints jersey. Well finished off there by Carl Hammond. He's the man that started it. He broke down centre field. He threw a lovely cut-out ball to Paul Loughlin. Acres of space. Loughlin drew his man. Fed it to Anthony Sullivan. Sullivan took it down the main stand side. And then he returned a long cut-out pass inside to Carl Hammond in support. He went in for the 4-pointer. And another 4-pointer to set to the Saints. Makes it 35 points to 12 now. Danny Arnold going to be introduced into the game as a replacement for Steve Prescott for the last 10 minutes. A straight swap at fullback for Danny Arnold. He wasn't used on Wednesday evening as Prescott strikes the ball. It's waved away by the touch judges. And 35-12 the score remains. Applause as Prescott comes off. Arnold goes on. And Castleford only crossing the Saints whitewash on 1 occasion, and that was in the 33rd minute of the first half for a try by Nick Howe. He did well. The ball just sat up nice for him. They've got another try awarded in the second half in the 5th minute. Well, that was an obstruction try, very dubious decision. As Arnold, right in at the action there, just come on as a replacement for Steve Prescott. So 35 points to 12. Matautia running crossfield, draws the defence in, powers again, gives the ball to Joey Hayes. He sees the gap, he drives through it, he's up to the halfway. Super work from Matautia, excellent support from Hayes, and Saints hit the straps again. Chris Joint breaks through, tried to turn it inside, did well to keep hold of that ball there. Whirring attacked in half. Perellini gets it away under pressure. Good tackle from Castleford came in there on Perellini, and it's the last one of the set of 6 for the Saints. As Whirring puts it downfield, Middleton takes it well, Nickel comes to meet him, Nickel loses his footing, and Cunningham tidies him up, Nickel comes in again. Flowers on the 20-metre line. Stevens turns it inside for Sampson. The ball's released. Castleford keep it moving. They get up to the halfway line. Cunningham in there at the tackle with Whirring. Good drive from Smales. Now it's with Sykes. Good into passing. Stevens takes it well. Support there for Steadman. Castleford in under the sticks as the rain pours down here at Nosey Road. So 33 minutes into the second half. Steadman goes in for Castleford's 3rd try. Only the 2nd time they've been over the whitewash. As I said before, they scored in the 33rd minute of the first half, and now scored in the 33rd minute of the second half. Good work there by Cass. They kept the ball alive, they kept it moving. Smales drove it up. Then the ball was released, and Steadman in support took it under the sticks. He converts his own try. Gets Castleford on 18 points and Tellins 35. 6 minutes of the match remaining. Always difficult opposition, Cass. As I was saying before, on paper, we should give them a good hiding. It's not always the case. After one team's been had a heavy defeat, they can bounce back. Nothing's taken for granted. You can't be complacent at all. And Chris Joint judged as the man of the match there, and rightly so. He's had an excellent game. Mind you, all the 17 have had excellent games, haven't they? 17-man game now. Highly competitive sport. The game we love. High speed, body contact, pulsating rugby. And Chris Smith coming through. Northey and Cunningham wrestle him down. Now it's Steadman. Steadman chips it. It's touched Sonny Nickel. Just caught him as he went through. A favourable deflection. And Cass with another set of 6. Nick Howe. Stevens onto Sykes. Oh, good tackle there as Sykes gets up to the Saints 20. Stevens at dummy half. Inside to Smales, I think that is, or it's Sampson. No, it's Sampson, I think. As Cass keep it going, it's Stevens going for the line. He's held down just short. He's still got possession. Flynn looking for the gap. It wasn't there. He's tackled short. Stevens brings it blindside. Superb pass there from Lee Harland. Lee Harland. It was meant for Middleton. Straight into touch. Pressure released from the Saints. Scrum down. Saints head and feed. The driving rain has relented. And Whirring feeds the scrum, never went anywhere near. Bounced off the front rowers, but it's complete now. As Whirring went behind the base of the scrum, Joey Hayes come in field. And 4 minutes remaining, and Andy Northey takes it cross field. Danny Arnold from the acting half-back position. Arnold again, fresh man. Kicks it downfield. Can he win the chase? Middleton's with him. Arnold's there again. Middleton. Oh, he lost possession, did Middleton. Superb work there by Danny Arnold. Anthony Sullivan there. Pats him on the back of the head. Says, good work, Danny. And rightly so. He sighed through the Castleford defence. Chipped it downfield. Was slightly obstructed as he went to regather it. Chased Middleton all the way. Middleton lost control. He had to touch down. And now Castleford drop out from between the sticks. Stedman. Matautia should take it. He does. He builds up a head of steam. He drives straight at him. He turns it back inside as Veer. Tidied up by Dean Busby. Busby down the blind side. Nick out with the shoulder charge, but it's on to Cunningham. Cunningham up to the 20. Can say it's finished with a flourish. 2 minutes remaining. Northey. 3 men round Northey. Bring him down 10 metres short. Cunningham got through hell of a lot of graft today. Now with Hammond. Inside ball to Joint. Oh, that's a try. Oh, he's given a double movement. He's given a double movement. He went through there. The referee obviously thinking or deciding that Joint's impetus didn't take him over. And now Adrian Flynn, he drives away. Arnold brings him down. Sullivan assists. And Castleford clear the line by 45 metres there. Stevens along the line. Nick Howe. Short ball there. Obstruction. Yes, the referee gives it. So certainly Castleford leading to their own downfall there. 35-18 and in the final minute of normal time. Obstruction, the indication, rightly so. Taking the Saints players out as they came in to tackle the Castleford men. Parolini. Midway between the halfway and the Castleford 20. We're at Wilderspool on Wednesday evening, the last match for a month or so, but the last match for the Saints. But obviously some of these players will be playing for their respective countries. Western Samoa, Wales, England in the Halifax Centenary World Cup, taking place in October. But Saints still in possession. Hammond onto Waring. Nick Howe clamps him. Hammond wanted the return pass, but a good tackle by Nick Howe. Last one of the sequence. Hammond chips it for the corner. Middleton takes it. Middleton comes crossfield. Cunningham completes the tackle. Bang on the 40 minutes now, playing in stoppage time as Flowers comes crossfield. Tutor. 8 metres short of the halfway line. Castleford in possession, trailing by 35 points to 18. Sampson. He has it. Nick Howe at dummy half. Turns it to Stevens. Looking for support there. Harlan brushes off the tackle, but Cunningham wraps him up. The ball still kept going. And Castleford still spreading it. It's Adrian Flynn. Support from Smales. Smales loses possession. He follows it up, he touches it down, but he's knocked on. And if there's time for the scrum to be formed, it'll probably be the last scrum of this afternoon's game. Just inside the Saints 20. Both sides pack. Waring will feed it. 6-try performance for the Saints. There's still time for more as Northey comes through. Well, there's no more time, is there now? A good afternoon's work by the Saints. 24-6 they led at half-time. Castleford were given an obstruction try in the 5th minute of the second half. Crooks goaled it, obviously, with it being right under the sticks. 24-12, and Castleford certainly back in with it. 5 minutes later, Hammond dropped a goal to give a 13-point cushion, and And then it was all Saints, you could say, with tries from Joint and Hammond. Prescott converted the Joint try. A Stedman try 7 minutes from the final hooter, he converted it, and 35 points to 18 the final score. You've been with Micron Video. Join us again from Wilderspool on Wednesday evening. Don't forget, buy your centenary video, $14.99 plus £1.50 postage and packing from Micron Video. 1 hour 40 minutes of old and new action. Thanks for joining us. See you soon.